Hi, my name is Vijay, and today we are going to learn cast, convert, string aggregate function, and much more about the convert. Basically, we use these cast and convert functions, a number of times when we write a big procedures or complex queries. It is a common use that we have to make use of cast and convert functions. Now, what they do, basically, we convert from one of the data type to the another data types. Maybe the supplied value is in the string, but it's actually holding the integer, and it's deserved or it is targeted for a particular table, particular column, which is a type of int, and we wanted to store this value into that particular column value. So in that case, we have to do a type conversion. We have to convert that string to the int, into string, sometimes float or sometimes depends, sometimes money. Okay. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Using the cast and convert function. Okay. So let's see these uses, how we can make use of it. And the most thing, what you will be using the convert function is when you convert a date, in a different format. Sometimes you need mmdd mmdd dd mmyy, only month and year and big dates or different formats of the dates. In that way, convert function is very much efficient in terms of converting a date into the specified or specific desired format. So convert is very much famous all over the internet. Okay, so let's quickly see that. Yeah, so the cast and convert, right? So if you see here, we are converting here 1 to 3, which is surrounded by single quote. Something within the single quote is treated as character, as a string, which we are converting into int. Okay. So let me run this. Now you see it is getting converted. Can I convert ABC also to the int? Is it possible logically? No. Number is number, string is a string. Okay. Number can be a string, but string can't be a number. You can't treat that as a 1 to 9, 0 to 9, right? So let's try. You see, you can't do. ABC is a type of int, right? So these kind of errors you will get. Okay. Now let's see. So here, yeah. So let's see, how do we convert, how do we use cast function applying on a query level? In a query, if functions remain the same, cast, column name as the desired data type. Customer ID right now is an integer. If you see about table, in the top we have created a table. You can refer the blog to copy the entire code of create table and everything. So you will get all the required things to run this particular statement, right? So here it's an integer which we are trying to convert into varchar. Okay. So now why we need that? Because we want first name, last name, and maybe we want to append the customer ID, but before appending, first name and last name are the string, is a varchar, but customer ID is not. Now SQL Server says if you want to combine something, at least it has to be, a string, varchar. Or if you want to do plus, then all has to be integer, or numbers, a numeric data type. Then you are doing addition. But when you are appending a string 1, 2, 3, you are actually combining it, you are concatenating it, right? Okay, so in that case, we have to convert it. Then only we can combine it, because string 1 is string 2 is string 3. You can't say string 1 is string 2 and integer. So this can't be happening, right? So what we are doing, cast customer ID as varchar. Once we do that, now it's converted to a type of a varchar. Now it can be appended, okay, which you can see. This is appended with single quotes and employee ID as well, okay. So the another important function which we'll be using on a daily basis is convert, okay. So convert take 3 parameters. 2 are mandatory, 3rd is optional. What is optional parameter? Which you may supply, you may not supply, it doesn't matter. But if you supply, it will work what it has to do. Okay. So what is the first parameter? The first parameter is data type. What is your target data type? I'm not asking, or I'm not referring what we already have as a string or something. What is our target data type? float, decimal, varchar, integer, whatever, So we have to make sure first parameter is what is our target data type. Second is what is the value which we want to convert into this particular data type. Okay, so second is the value we have to supply. Maybe it's a column name, maybe it's a variable, or maybe it's a hard code values. Okay, the third is very interesting, which we'll see when we have to convert it into a different date format. So third parameter is very much important, right? Now we'll see some example, but for now, let's do this too. Okay. Now you see, convert int. So if we are starting with the data type, desired target data types. Second is we are supplying the value that we wanted to convert this value into integer. Why it's not integer? You might see with your eyes, oh, it's 1, 2, 3, it's integer. No, it's within the single quotes. It's not integer. Okay. It's SQL Server treating all the value which are in the single quotes are treating as varchar. Okay. So now once we say convert this into 1, 2, 3, now that actually becomes the integer data type. Okay. The return of this, convert function. Okay. Now let's see. Now this is the third thing. Its third parameter is format. What format you want? Suppose you wanted to convert a date into a varchar, but you want some specific format. Maybe you want slash, mmddyy. Maybe you want hyphen. Maybe you want colon. Maybe you want dot or anything. So you see, it takes 0 to 100. If you say 101, it's mm/ddy/yy. Right? If you pass 102, then it's dot yy dot. So different countries follows different date time, right? So now SQL Server is giving you from 001 to 009 most of the cases, but it accepts from 0 to 100. But you see, it's a default. And then after the default, you see, whatever you supply, you can get the desired format of a date. You don't need to convert it manually. It's already given. Just use that function. Okay. Okay. So you see, here we start with convert varchar get date. Get date basically return us current date 100. It's a default date. This is how it will return, right? Now we can say again 101. When we say 101, you see the format mm/dd/yyyy, right? You see. So the moment you change the third parameter value, it behaves according to the dictionary. Where is that dictionary? Its dictionary is on MSDN. In MSDN, all the documents doc.microsoft.com, and where you find SQL Server, then you find functions, then you find convert. There, all the list is specified. We copied the same list and put it for you on our blog. You can refer this blog on the below. Okay. And here comes the interview questions. Okay. So interview questions might ask you, will you use cast or convert? What is best? What you will go for? What is most reliable? What is more sustainable? Why you will go choose for this one? Why you haven't choose that one? These kind of interview questions. So that also you can see below what kind of performance related. What are the things you can see? These are the answers also. Answers are also there, right? Now let's quickly see the concate function. Okay. Now this example I was giving earlier. Okay. So I hope you can see 1 to 3 is 1 to 3, which is getting converted into integer. Now let's quickly do our employee tables, right? Let me show you employee tables and then okay. So here what I want to do, I want to use concate. Concate basically combine one column with another column. You can supply a number of parameters. So right now I'm supplying first name, last name, none. In between, I wanted to give at least something. So this is the third as a space, so that it looks nice. And now it is as a full name. So let me show you. So you see, now it's able to combine. Okay. Okay. Let's see some more. I don't think so. It has a date, but let me produce a date for you. DT. Okay. Let me show you if this works. Otherwise, we have to see. Okay, it's able to get the current date. Now let's see what we have learned in our convert function. So first convert, then varchar, yeah, maybe 20, and then what's the second? First is data type, second is the value, third is the format which you want. So first is I'm going to put 100, second I want to put 101, then 102, so that you can see the difference right now. Okay, please see that. You see now, this is a default. This is mm/dd/yyyy. This is yyyy.month.day, right? So you can see based on the third parameter, what you supply, you get it in using the convert function. How powerful it is. It's also convert a string to int if it's a proper integer numbers, otherwise it will give error, right? For that we can use try, cast, and other things, right? Let's see one more interesting function before we close for the session today. Suppose let me show you, but before that, I think let me show you 15th. You see, in the table 15, I have 5 employees. I want to get this all names. I want to get all these names, first name, with help of comma into one value. Single value, single return of that particular variable. And I want first name, Ram, comma, Sham, comma, James, comma, whatever. So I want in one value. How do we do that? For that, we have to use aggregate function. So how we can use that? Let me try. String aggregate, then first name. Now, second, we have to give what character we want to append, keep appending each row column. So there are 5 rows, but I want all the first name to be combine into one, right? So this is very important and very much asked in interviews. People will answer that for stuff, so which we'll also see in some other videos. Stuff is little complex that you have to write XML and then all this thing in this stuff. This is much easier when you want the entire row data, you want to concate into one, so this is the best. Let's see this. Remember, John, Jane, Bob, Alice, Mike. Okay, let's see. You see now, let me copy it so you can see it here. You see. So how simple it is. Everything is given to us. We just need to know how to make use of it. Okay. Okay, then I hope you enjoyed this video and you gain some knowledge. In our next video, we'll learn another interesting things. So stay tuned with us. Thank you.